was an inch thick, mostly small-town hoist, like the occasional tossing of frogs into public swimming pools, inappropriate use of firecrackers, or unauthorized parade entries.
That was you.
I didn't write it. All right, these of course were only the gateway crimes that would later lead him to exploits such as the tossing of furniture from windows and presumably countless other offenses that went unreported. On this day in August, he had his dear brother, which actually is me, just so you know, who wanted nothing more than to return home with more golf balls than when he started. True. And his quite dashing and perfectly innocent cousin, who only hoped to finish the round without taking a shank shot to the body from one of the other members of the group. The author. The mastermind's brother drew the shortest straw and was forced to walk the first hole, and every hole thereafter that was visible from the clubhouse. At all other times, the cart was loaded to 145% of capacity, meaning that all three of us rode on it. Things were looking bright when, through the second hole, only 7 balls and 1 club had been lost. Then it came into sight. The third hole green perched upon a mountaintop. Onward they pressed. When the cart finally reached the top and the pin was in full view, it became obviously that no one had reached the green in regulation. Perhaps that was all it took to push the mastermind over the edge. We may never know. What can be confirmed is that before either passenger could react, a quick U-turn was executed and the cart was on its way back down the mountain. Now the mastermind was privy to an important golf cart legend: if you let off the gas, the governor will not limit your top speed. After only about a quarter way down the mountain, the legend was confirmed truth. At about halfway down, the noise of wind rushing by almost completely drowned out the mastermind's brother, warning that this rapidly was turning into a bad idea. It's true. At 75% down the mountain, the normally fearless cousin silently began agreeing with the brother. The bridge the three crossed only moments before, but traveling in the opposite direction, had appeared rather quaint and peaceful. Now, at traveling speeds in excess of 45 miles per hour, the bridge seemed a more formidable obstacle. The initial jolt when the front tires struck the bridge served as the first of 3 blows that would ultimately scatter the majority of their clubs across the fairway. When the rear tires reached the bridge, the cart lifted off, and Bo and Luke Duke themselves would have been envious. At approximately the apex of the flight, the brother lost courage and bailed out. His last words trailed off as he headed back to Earth. "I told you so." A peaceful trip through the air this was not. The majority of the clubs either completely out of their bags or hanging on by a grip, golf balls everywhere, drinks and candy bars, now lethal projectiles. When the cart touched down, the situation did not improve. The brother was 10 yards back with the path of destruction leading back to the cart, where the mastermind and the cousin sat wide-eyed but quite proud of their accomplishment. After only a few minutes of gathering congratulations, the three were on to hole number 4 and another adventure. Only the mastermind knew what lay in store the rest of the day. From Preston Gilmore.